but you gotta love the winners. Holy, look at this thing. 3,500. There we go. Here we go. Wide open road, baby. Woo! What is going on today, guys? My name's Alex. Welcome back to the channel. Last week I had the pleasure of getting my hands on a Ram Rebel GT, and I explained some of the specs, all the off-road componentry in the Ram Rebel, things I liked and things I didn't like, and then finally I went over what exactly the GT package gives to the already impressive Ram Rebel. So if you guys are interested in that, check out the video from last week. I'll put it down below for you guys. Now, seeing that that is the GT model, I figured we would take it on a long drive and test it out as a GT vehicle. It's meant to be tested out on the highway at some higher speeds and see how it performs. So my parents flew into town and I had to go pick them up at the airport, roughly 4 hours of driving. And like I said, guys, it's the GT model. So I had to test out the top speed on the highway. We made some fun fast passes and I'll show you guys all that fun stuff. So should be a fun video. We are once again back with the Ram Rebel GT. It's like minus 20 out without wind chill. And we're gonna cold start this thing because this exhaust is actually quite loud. That's pretty freaking loud, actually. They weren't lying. This thing's a little bit warmed up now. We're gonna see what this GT is all about, if she actually is a good grand tourer. All right, the sun's come out, it's minus 17. Still a little nippy, but as you guys can see, the roads are a little bit snow covered. Perfect for the Ram Rebel. This thing loves some snowy roads, eats it up for breakfast. Woo! This thing sounds good! And that four-wheel drive just gives you all kinds of grip on these snowy roads here. Woohoo! Oh yes! This thing is not afraid to spin all four wheels. Oh, that puts a smile on your face right there. I like it. Just coming on the highway here. It's a little snowy, but we'll see what this thing does. Not bad, I will say. So we're on the highway cruise and we're gonna be on here for like an hour. My parents land at 11 a.m. at the airport, so we got 10 minutes to burn here. And well, we're gonna keep the speed up. And this is why there's snow tires on this truck, because I can pass people at 125 kilometers an hour on a snowy road. It's perfect. Just what the Rebel GT is meant to do. Unfortunately, the downside is our fuel economy is starting to rise. It's not gonna be good, but you know, if you're buying a pickup truck, what can you expect? I honestly miss my 5.7 Hemi. The 6.4 in my Power Wagon is fine. I've said before, I can take it or leave it. It's not a bad engine, I enjoy it, but it's just not as thrilling as the 5.7s and these Ram 1500s. I mean, you're cruising at 130 kilometers an hour. Your foot's really not even into the throttle. It's just easy. The 5.7 makes things really easy, and if you want to pass people, it's just power instantly, like bang. You know, just a little foot to the floor and you're going the speed limit. It's easy as that. And I missed that about the 5.7. The 6.4's got plenty of power, but it doesn't have the same type of quickness that the Ram 1500s have with the 5.7. Now, speaking of quickness, this is the GT model, so you get these fancy little paddle shifters here. So we're on 130. Let's hit a downshift. All right, 3,000 RPM, 4,000. Wow, 3,500. There we go. Here we go. Wide open road, baby. Woo! Oh, she's limited. She's limited. The speed limit. She doesn't want to go any faster. So there you go. We maxed her out at 100 kilometers an hour. This thing could probably go much quicker. I wouldn't be surprised if this truck could hit 200K an hour. Probably much closer, like 220. But I probably shouldn't have shown that on YouTube, I don't know. But I figured to give you guys the full honest review here, especially the GT model. I mean, yeah, the paddle shifters, they're kind of cool. But I mean, it is an automatic transmission at the end of the day, and the shifts are really not that quick, but it's cool to play around with, I guess. I was just thinking to myself, nothing like a good old Canadian way of maxing out a truck on some like snowy, slushy roads here. Gotta love it. Nothing but safety on this channel. So this truck actually cruises really, really nicely. I mean, I've been kicking around 135, 140 for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. You know, when I got to make passes on the snowy shoulder, not the snowy shoulder, the snowy passing lane there, no issues. This thing just kind of trucks through it. This is a really, really nice cruising truck. I was not expecting that, actually. One thing that I am a little shocked about is the fuel. I mean, 19 liters per 100 kilometers, that's, I don't know, 12 miles per gallon, something like that. I thought this thing would be quite a bit better, but I mean, those 392 gears probably aren't helping at all. So we're going downhill, I don't know, 140 kilometers an hour. This is how you make a pass on a snowy road. Like a man! No, I'm just kidding. But this thing's got some really, really good snow tires on it, so it just makes driving in the snow really, really easy, and you can just cruise like I'm doing. Nothing to it. And yeah, I'm impressed with this truck, guys. I kind of really like it. Well, we made her to the airport on time, but you gotta love the winners. Holy, look at this thing. Just coated with crap. I mean, oof. I can't imagine the front's any better. Look at that. I don't know if the sun's probably blocking that. Oh, Jesus. All right, we have picked up the parents here, and as the GT model, which is technically the convergence of luxury and performance, I'm gonna ask my parents what they think, if they feel like this is true with this Ram Rebel GT. What do you think, Dad?
I think it sounds great. Fantastic running vehicle. Little light in the power, but
oof, I agree. The GT needs a little more power. I'm with you there.
Exactly there, but it rides well in the snow. It's got good clearance, good view. Kind of enjoying the ride. You know, but for the old bones, it'd be nice if it had a little more shock on it.
Yeah, well, the old timers. Maybe not for the old timers. What about you, Mother?
I think there's a lot of room at the back, so I'm enjoying that. It's very comfortable. A little loud at the back, but other than that, I think it's a great ride.
Well, there you go. There's some honest reviews about the Ram Rebel GT. Well, you wouldn't be driving a truck without having to put fuel in her, and we almost ran out. Oh wow, fancy. Well guys, I made it back home after picking up my parents at the airport in Moncton. A couple hours each way on the highway. It was a little snowy, a little slushy, as you guys can see. The truck, well, it took a beating in terms of just the road grime on it, but that's what the Rebel is for. It is meant for this kind of stuff. And I have to say, guys, I really enjoy driving this thing. I love my Power Wagon first and foremost, but in terms of like drivability and just comfort, I'll be the first to say it's not necessarily the most comfortable, ergonomic truck driving down the highway. It's kind of this big sloppy thing. I love it still though. But this thing, it is quiet, it's calm, it's got tons of power, handling isn't terrible, and I really enjoyed driving this thing. Now I know last week I kind of tore a strip off the GT badge on this Ram Rebel. I just thought it was a little gimmicky that it didn't have more power and it claimed it was the GT version, but I have to say guys, this thing is a fun truck. I mean, the paddle shifters they're fun. It's still an automatic transmission, so you're not gonna have snappy shifts, but it is fun to play around with. The performance pages in this thing are actually kind of cool. The truck itself, the 5.7, has tons of power. With those 392 gears, the thing moves pretty quick. So having the GT badge on the Ram Rebel is not the worst thing. In fact, I kind of think it's pretty fun. Now, what seals the deal for me in terms of this GT package is the exhaust. Again, last week, I kind of was like, well, you know, it's a little gimmicky just with a louder exhaust but no added power. Having just a little bit more tone back here makes all the difference. I literally could not keep my foot out of the throttle because it just sounds so good. Every corner I was going around, I was just ripping the truck around, making this truck just a little bit more fun to drive than your standard Ram Rebel. Now, in terms of fuel economy, I guess it would be my one criticism, but I mean, come on guys, it's a pickup truck. This thing got like 18.5 liters per 100K, which is pretty atrocious. That is up in Power Wagon fuel economy territory, and this thing is like half the size of the Power Wagon. So she likes to drink fuel, but as I just mentioned, I could not keep my foot out of the throttle on this thing, so that probably didn't help. The other thing is I was driving pretty quick, so that probably didn't help either. But fuel economy, if you're looking for it, this is not the truck you're looking to buy. Now, my final criticism of this Ram Rebel GT, and I talked about it last week, is the transfer case that comes with the GT version. It comes with the clutch pack transfer case, which I will say it is nice just to throw the truck in four-wheel drive auto and just kind of bomb around town, not have to worry about it. But if you want the best off-road performance, you're better off just to get the Ram Rebel with the true locking transfer case, and it's gonna serve you much better if you guys do go off-road with your truck. So the GT package with the Rebel is honestly actually pretty fun, and if you guys get it, you won't be disappointed. But I think what would be an even better truck to get is the Ram 1500 Sport. Now, I believe you get all the same GT stuff you get with the Rebel, but you can get it in a Ram 1500 Sport, which I think would be a fantastic truck to get the GT in. Well guys, that's my opinion on the Ram Rebel GT in the real world, taking it for a tour because, well, it is the GT, the Grand Tour Edition. And I gotta thank the boys at Fredericton Truck Rental for hooking me up with this thing. Beautiful truck. But as always guys, I hope you liked the video. And if you did, don't forget to leave that thumbs up. And if you like more cool stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe. We got lots of trucks lined up for cool reviews, and we'd love to have you guys on board. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to my shop, clean this thing up, and yeah, I'll see you in the next freaking video.